guys, welcome back to my channel, Mariposa Homeschool. And in today's video, we are going to talk about how to make friends while you homeschool. So if you are interested, please stay tuned. So first off, as you can notice, I am in a new area. It's kind of a long story, but I had a lot going on this week. And this is my mom's house. I ended up in her spare bedroom just to record, not to like live or anything. So here I am. So sorry, it's a very blank in here. She's moving, so there's nothing in here. So as you saw, we're going to be talking about making friends while you're homeschooling. So this is a topic that I'm sure everyone has thought about, everyone talks about, everyone asks you when you tell them you homeschool. The first thing they want to know is, how do you make friends? How do you socialize your kids? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So my first suggestion on making friends is seeing if you can find a co-op that's in your area. So for anybody who does not know what a co-op actually is, it's usually a group of typically homeschooling families that get together and they decide to educate their children together as a group. It's usually a subject or two, like history, could be foreign language, or even science. And the parents will take turns teaching the children as a collective about a certain subject. Now, when we first started homeschool, I did not do co-ops or groups or anything like that because I wanted to get a handle on homeschooling on my own first before we kind of ventured out. Around that time that we did become ready to homeschool, or I'm sorry, around the time that we decided we were ready to venture out and meet other homeschooling families and to join a co-op, there was actually one started in our church. So it didn't take us long to search, or didn't take us a long time to find a good co-op. A friend of mine started one through church, and that's the one we've been going to the past 2 years, and we actually love it. If you have trouble finding a co-op in your area, I would say to utilize Facebook or look on certain websites that promote homeschooling in your state. I know for Ohio, a very good website as a good resource would be Ohio Homeschooling Parents. And that website has a ton of different co-op options as well as just homeschooling groups. Also, there are Facebook groups for homeschooling parents who homeschool in certain areas or certain states. And there are always people promoting their homes or their co-op and also asking, where can I find a co-op in so-and-so area? So if you are having trouble, you could always start there to look. Now, I will say some co-ops are a lot more strict than others. Thankfully, I am a part of a co-op that is very chill. That's exactly what we wanted. It doesn't cost money to be a part of, and there isn't like an attendance sheet or something. There's not a certain amount of days that you can miss or anything like that. But I will say some co-ops are more strict with their rules than others. Our co-op that we are a part of has been such a blessing. My kids have made friends and got to interact and play, and we've also got to visit new places being a part of that co-op. So I will say that a co-op is a great way for you as a homeschooling parent to make friends as well as your children. Now, along the same line as a co-op, you can also find a homeschooling group. Now, a homeschooling group is a little bit different than a co-op because you're not actually getting together to learn. A homeschooling group, as far as I know, is just to kind of get together and play and to meet other homeschooling families. You're not necessarily meeting to, go over history, science, or language lessons. It's more of park meetups and things like that, or Zoom meetups where you can just socialize with other homeschooling families. Again, I would say Facebook is a great place for you to find a homeschool group, and also utilizing websites in your area. Another great place to for your children to make friends is to put them in extracurricular activities. So my daughter is in dance. My son right now is still trying to figure out what he wants to do, but in the past he has done basketball and taekwondo. And each time that he was in one of those extracurricular activities, we have made friends. He's met people, he's met kids his age, and also right off the bat, you're meeting people who have something in common with you. Like for my daughter, she loves dance, and she's in a dance class with other 4 and 5 year olds who also love dance. And so, that gives them a place to start with talking to each other. So I would definitely recommend putting your kids in an extracurricular activity if they have trouble making friends. Now, putting them in sports, or a cooking class, or um, just an extracurricular, something to get them out of the house, it has a lot more benefits than just making friends. My kids are required to be in something in outside of homeschool, um, but I would say that is also a great place to meet people. We live in a neighborhood that is very close to a public school, and there's a ton of families in our area that do public school their kids. So my kids make friends with other kids in the neighborhood. It's okay for your children to be friends with kids who are in public school. I know for us, we have to know the family. We have to meet them. Um, we want to know who our kids are playing with, but that is also another great place to meet people, is just in your neighborhood. We have a ton of kids around us, and my kids love, especially in the summertime when everybody's out of school, my kids love hanging out with some neighborhood friends. And last but not least, I would say church. We go to church every Sunday. My husband and I serve in church, and we also put our kids in youth group. Well, it's not really the youth group, it's kind of just like classes for children up to the fifth grade. So, when we go to church, we put our kids in like a little classroom. They are in a classroom with kids in their same grade or their same age. And we have made wonderful, wonderful friends in church. Those are honestly some of our closest friends, are people we have met through church. And some of my son and my daughter's closest friends are people we met through church. It makes it so much easier when you know the family, and you know that you're letting your children be friends with families that value the same things as you. So church is also a great place to meet other families, or not even just homeschooling families, because not all of our friends homeschool, of course. um, but some of my son's closest friends are from people who go to public or private school. And that's okay, because we have so much in common, even though we homeschool and they don't. So I would also absolutely recommend meeting friends in church. I know sometimes it is hard to put ourselves out there. I had trouble with this when we first started homeschooling. I could not imagine going to a homeschooling group with somebody that with everyone I didn't know or my children didn't know, and putting ourselves out there, especially after COVID. You know, even though we complained about that isolation, we got used to it. We got used to being alone and being in our own little bubble with just, my family in our home. And it was very scary, at first, to put ourselves out there and to start meeting people. But I am definitely an extrovert and I need to have other people that I can talk to, friends that I can, who value the same things as me and have kids that we can, bounce ideas off of. So it is hard at first, to put yourself out there, but it definitely is worth it. If you have a great homeschooling co-op or a great group, that is something I love about our co-op. There's no bullying, there's no, you know, nobody makes you feel less than, everybody feels included. And it's wonderful because, it is, people from different backgrounds, different ages. We come from, originally different places, and we're all coming together to do one thing, and that is to educate our children in the best way that we know how. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I know it was short and to the point, but I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to leave comments down below. I love saying hi to you guys, when you comment down below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It is a free way that you can support my channel, and I'm so excited. My subscribers are going up. Yay, thank you so much guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.